Dino, yesterday you said you weren't able to really give an assessment of Garrett yet. Now that you've seen him out there, I'm sure you've been able to talk to him in the past 24 hours. Are you guys happy with where he is at currently in his rehabilitation?
Yeah, we're happy where he's at. He's a little sore, but functionally everything's going okay, and he did okay today.
Do you have a sense of how long he's going to be on a pitch count?
I do not. I would imagine until his arm builds up the strength necessary to go.
What is the sleeve that he's wearing?
I think that has something to do with style. They do that. I haven't figured that out yet.
It's nothing medical, from what you know?
Okay. Nothing medical.
How hard is it to keep him on that, knowing that he wants to get out there and go and tailor him back a little bit?
He's really smart and he's aggressive, but he's smart. I think he understands that this is good for him, and it's good for the other guys too. It gives the other guys a lot of reps. It gives us a lot of reps, receivers and tight ends working with other quarterbacks as well, giving them an opportunity to show what they can do. So in the long run, it'll be good for us. It's no different than playing our offensive linemen at various positions. It'll be good for us in the long run.
What do you see from the other quarterbacks so far as they've been working out there today?
They came out, they did some things. Carlos, obviously a lot more experienced than Brayden, but they did some nice things out there.
Bringing in Brayden, what was it about his style and what he's kind of shown you on film that made you feel like he was a good fit to have here?
We felt like he had a lot of natural skills. There's some, things that we're going to work on with him, and we think if we can clean those things up, we have someone that might be really good.
Dino, you talked about the importance of getting off to a fast start at camp here. Do you feel like day one set the foundation?
I thought they had a good day. They got a little tired at the end. I mean, we're working them. But the whole key in the talk after practice is recovery. August is all about recovery. You just can't go in and not take care of your body, hit the cold tub, hit the hot tub, stretch, recover, reload the body, reload the castle so you can give another 100% out there. You just can't keep dropping the numbers because you're not taking care of your body. So they hopefully they were listening and not hearing me, and we'll work hard on that all the way through August.
What have you seen from the new coaches on the first day? I heard Steve Farmer just telling all the linemen just to be violent, but get out to that stress.
The new coaches out here, they're it's opening day for them too. This is their first opportunity for a fall to put their personality or their impression on their group, and that's important as an assistant coach. It's also important as a coordinator. So they were excited and moving around with energy and loud voices. So I think that's okay.
Aside from soreness, is there anything you're looking for when Derrick Rose, whether it's velocity, accuracy, so you know he's where he needs to be?
No, he did some things. He did long throws. He did short throws today. You're seeing the range, but you just got to make sure that you don't let him overextend it. Okay, just overextend, because you got to understand that since he's been on this planet, this has probably been the longest he hasn't thrown a football. So it's just making sure he gets back into the swing.
How would you describe the opportunity with the running back reps and what they can do until the point gets back in the mix?
Huge opportunity for all of them. I mean, you get an opportunity to be the starter, you get the opportunity to get starter reps, and you get more looks than you would normally get. I can still remember, this is not about me, but I can remember playing running back, and there was a guy in our group that I thought was really, really good, but for some reason the coaches just saw it a different way. And I played my senior year in front of him, and there was no way I thought I was better than him. He's really good. And the last thing I did as a senior was grabbed him and went to lunch with him and just told him, I said, hey, you are so much better than everybody else. It's ridiculous. You got to work that way. And his name was Newton Falanoa, who ended up playing for the New York Jets. And sometimes those guys are sitting in the depth chart, and when you get an opportunity to get reps, they show up. Last time that happened, there was some guy by the name of Tucker that did it, when a whole bunch of backs all of a sudden didn't want to play. So there's always an opportunity to get Wally pipped.
How have you seen Juan Place specifically step up in that room? He's the oldest guy in there right now. Just what have you seen out of him? Maturity,
even the way he was coaching. He was coaching the younger players out there today, and he's really settled in. Last year he's vacationing. Okay, this year he's a house member. He's part of the family, and he's doing a really good job with that group.
Has anything changed for you, camp to camp, year to year, as far as anything that you do differently or look at differently?
My whole thing is I want to be. You have to sleep more because you have to be right. And if you don't sleep enough, you get cranky, and then somebody does something and you snap. You're like, wow, was that really worth how I snapped at him? And you want to stay fresh, so if you snap at somebody, you don't regret it. So my big thing is making sure I get enough sleep so I see it the right way.
Should I take that advice with my kid? Is that
2 more for Coach if anybody got 'em.
4 green shirts, guys in green jerseys out there by my count. I told you I was going to ask about this. Stephen Thompson, where's he at coming back from last year? Do you have an expected date he'll be back full go?
They have not given me a full go date with him, and we'll be careful with him because he's got game experience. So it's one of those things, if we get him on the field, we don't want to lose him.
Coach, the offensive line, just what you can say about how that's kind of matured up to this point and what you saw today.
What I saw today was some mental mistakes that we need to clean up before we put the pads on at the end of the week. And those guys are big enough and they're going to play hard enough. We just got to make sure mentally they're exactly right. And then get the right unit together and start keeping those guys together so they can get a feel for one another.
Dan Villari, Cam Reardon, and Austin Runer, those other 3 green jerseys guys, just where are each of them at right now, and when do you expect them back?
No contact, don't know when they're going to come back. That's up to the athletic department and physicians. But saw them in green, saw them do some things where there was no contact. You'll probably see more of them now with practice in this situation than we will see once we start putting the pads on. But we got to get them back on the field.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.